Work begins on the repaving project for the main 1230 runway at Western Nebraska Regional Airport. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in Western Nebraska and Eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, Western Nebraska Regional Airport Director Raul Aguayo says work has begun on Phase 1 and 2 of the repaving project and are at either end of the runway, which could be worked on simultaneously. The third phase of the project is the intersection in the middle, which will require a complete shutdown of the airport for 10 days in August.
Well, they started on Monday putting up traffic control and things like that. So all that's in place. And they started to do the edge work for the next couple of days. They have to remove like 4 inches of soil adjacent to the runway so that when they repave, there's like an inch and a half drop off so that water doesn't pool at the edges. So that process has started on both sides of the runway.
The project is expected to be completed by late October, and Aguayo notes that Simon Construction has done all of the paving at the airport for years and have never gone over their completion deadline. Well, the new school year means a new food service provider for Scottsbluff Public Schools. The Board of Education has approved a new contract with Sodexo earlier this month after it scored highest among 3 competitive bids, including one from Taher. Executive Director of Finance Marianne Carlson explains Sodexo came out tops in the matrix considering 9 categories, even though Taher scored best in terms of cost.
Sodexo was in the middle, Taher was at the top, SFE was at the bottom. For all the other categories, though, it was really dependent on each individual person's perceptions of the proposals. We received big binders from each of the companies for their proposals, and then each of these 7 people that were part of the committee to review the proposals just went through, they took a look, and they gave their own impression of what they thought and what they want to score each of the different areas.
Carlson said Sodexo has contracts during the just completed school year with several other Nebraska districts, including North Platte, Ralston, Elkhorn, and Millard, and the committee doing the scoring was able to tour the Sodexo operation in North Platte. She says the kids may or may not notice a change, as the number of entrees offered will remain the same as offered daily and will remain the same at 2 in elementary schools, 5 in the middle school, and 8 at the high school level. We'll have more news right after this.
Swipe right, swipe left, endlessly searching. Finding the perfect match isn't always perfect, but it can be when it comes to finances. Nora found the perfect business loan. Jenny opened her first savings account. Grammy loves her checking account. We found a match for Wilson Farms. The Sandersons were matched with a mortgage. Regardless of your financial situation, Platte Valley Bank will match you with the perfect solution. Find your match at Platte Valley Bank.
Benzel Pest Control has been the Wyoming and Nebraska area's most committed professional pest control company. We have 4 generations and nearly 50 years of experience serving Nebraska, Wyoming, and Colorado, as well as certified entomologists on staff. So whether you're dealing with spiders, wasps, rodents, or any other unwanted visitors, give Benzel Pest Control a call today for an estimate at 888-229-2128 or visit our website at benzelpestcontrol.com.
Welcome back. Members of the coalition Support Our Schools Nebraska are fanning out across the state to gather signatures to place the Opportunity Scholarship Act before voters in the next general election. Nebraska State Education Association President Jenny Benson is part of that effort, stopping in Scottsbluff last week to meet with local members of the group and to kick off a drive-through petition signature gathering event at the Weborg 21 Center parking lot in Gering. Benson says the effort isn't about the state's private and parochial schools, which are very good, but whether money opponents believe our taxpayer dollars should be used for related scholarships.
In Nebraska, we have a unicameral. We call that one house. When the unicameral was founded, they said the second house is the people. What we're doing is we're just saying that second house needs to have a voice. So if you are for or against it, you still can sign the petition, because what that's doing is just letting you have a vote, letting the people, the second house, have that vote.
Benson says one of the fears is that LB 753 is a slippery slope that could lead to a situation similar to that of Arizona, in which a similar credit grew to over $250 million a year over time. She says the goal is 90,000 signatures before the end of August, and aside from larger signature gathering events, local NSEA members are volunteering their time to be petition circulators. Well, there's a new director at the Leeds Scottsbluff Public Library. Richard Landreth started on May 15th and comes to the position with more than 30 years of experience as a librarian. Most of his work as a librarian has been in Wyoming, but says he took this job because he grew up near Rushville and decided it was time to come home. Landreth is still learning about the Scottsbluff community and says he's not currently planning any changes for the library.
So there's no need for a different direction because it's going in the right direction. So I'm here to support the staff, I'm here to support the community, give the community what it needs from us in all aspects of the library.
Former library director Aaron Aschenbrenner left the post in February after accepting another position. And Nebraska's preliminary unemployment rate for May is 1.9% seasonally adjusted. The rate is down 0.1% from the April 2023 rate and is tied for lowest in the country. John Albin, the Commissioner of Labor, says the preliminary rate is a historical low for Nebraska, and the total non-farm count of filled jobs is at a historical high at just over 1 million, surpassing the prior high count of filled jobs in November of 2022 by more than 1,000. The national seasonally adjusted unemployment rate for May is 3.7%, up from April's rate of 3.4%. Nebraska's June employment data will be published on July 25th.
Better sleep and better health can be found at Western Sleep Medicine in Gering. Since 2006, Western Sleep Medicine has offered the lowest cost sleep testing either in their independent sleep laboratory or the privacy of your own home. You have control over your health care and your out-of-pocket cost. All insurance is accepted for a much lower cost than the regional option. If you need a sleep study, ask for Western Sleep Medicine. They've helped thousands of people over the years and want to help you. Western Sleep Medicine. Better sleep, better health.
Life is crazy. Pain is stressful. How can anybody concentrate with these busy schedules? Now you can. This is Ben Moravec coming to you from Hydrozen, a float therapy business right here in Scottsbluff. I'm here today to let you know we now have memberships for $49 monthly. You can guarantee yourself at least one float per month. You know how floating keeps your muscles relaxed, your joints relieved, and your brain clear to think? Now you can float at a reduced rate each month. Inquire today at hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT. Hydrozen. Unplug and recharge.
This is KNEB.TV Ag News from the FNBO Ag Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
Throughout the spring, farmers have been planting in the fields in between the storms and rain showers. At the UNL Panhandle Research, Extension, and Education Center in Scottsbluff, one of the final crops to get planted were the dry edible beans. Cody Karstead, a research technician in the dry edible bean department, said the rain has affected their planting.
I think the rain put us just a couple days behind. Most everybody else seems to already have some of their beans in, but we're going to get them in pretty quick. We also have other fields up at the Mitchell Station. Those haven't been prepped yet, so I think we're okay on time. I think we're about average for research. Everybody else on the big farms probably already have theirs in already.
Another difference in planting time is how they plant dry beans for research.
Well, we do it this way to ensure that we have perfect measurements for our small plots. You know, our data comes from very specific size plots. Farmers, they can figure out their yield based off of their square acres, and we translate these little plots into large farmer-based data, square acres.
Karsten said the 25-foot plots take them about 4 hours, and the 59-foot plots take about 6 hours. The varieties will include Pinto, Great Northerns, Yellow, Light and Dark Kidneys, Cranberries, and a few others.
Why love a rain garden? Let me count the ways. Rain gardens contain and filter water runoff while recharging our underground water supply. They provide habitat for birds, bees, and beneficial insects. Native perennials give 4 seasons of color and texture, beautifying a home while increasing its value. Established gardens are low-maintenance, low-water landscape features, colorful, functional, and sustainable. Rain gardens. Brought to you by Tri-City Stormwater. Our water, our responsibility.
Let's take a look at your community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
Renewal by Andersen Windows and Patio Doors. The customers say it best, and they feel the difference every day.
Very happy with it. Very, very happy. I don't get tired of looking at them. And it's so nice with the breeze now, opening the windows, the ease of sliding the windows back and forth. Notice that it is warmer in the winter time, and it is cooler when the sun is shining in.
Renewal by Andersen Windows and Patio Doors. The customers say it best. Book your free estimate right now at rbawyoming.com.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you plan for tomorrow while you enjoy today. Our personalized trust services can help you do just that. You've worked hard to build your legacy, and you want to make sure that gets passed on for generations to come. We offer the professional guidance necessary to ensure that happens, according to your wishes. We pride ourselves in being friendly and professional while offering a highly tailored full line of trust and estate planning services to accommodate you. You belong here.
And finally tonight, the Riverside Discovery Center welcomed a new addition. On June 11th, a 70-pound calf was born to Ginger, the Highland cow who has called the Riverside Discovery Center home since 2014. This is the first time a calf has been born at the Discovery Center, and staff at the zoo says she has been enjoying time with her mother in the barn since her birth. Last week, the calf and Ginger were on full display for the public, and now is the time to get the young'un named. Patrons at the zoo will get a ticket to vote for the calf's name and can even purchase extra tickets for $1 apiece. Voting takes place inside the Children's Museum and will conclude on June 29th. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.